See, the topic, excuse me, and the practice of what is called mastery in terms of spiritual practice, it's not a social thing. You know, there could be people around. I've been in many situations where there are many people around, but it's not about people. It's about you. It's not about hanging with others. It's about you working on yourself. See? And that you have experienced enough in terms of your own limits, your own tendencies, to know what you need to let go of and what you need to improve of. And so sometimes an example is going to be critically useful for you, whether it's a man or woman, whether they're old or young or whatever. That's what the individual has to perceive for itself. So, if you see a whole bunch of musicians around the person, you judge from them and you judge from whatever, and you say, this is good. So when you see enough, then you don't need to have doubts, see, unless you just tend to doubt, see, or be suspicious or whatever. Then that has to be seen as something which, no matter where you are, under what circumstances, you need to get free of. See, you need to be clear about what it is. And you need to have a sense of the inner, and that's a concept. The inner is real, but it's a concept in the beginning. It's like, well, what is that? Is it my emotions? No. Is it your feelings? No. Is it your ideas? No. No, it's a different center, so it's important. See? It's aligned to the spiritual perceptics. See? Is it about negativity? No. It's not about that. That the animal and the dog takes care of all the negativity you would want. See? It's already built in there. Right? That's the blood. See? The good blood is good blood. Right? Mm-hmm. But a lot of the fears are part of the not so good blood. Although some fears are justified, so you have to know what to fear and what not to fear. So then you're dealing with an opportunity, or maybe opening to an opportunity to really look closely at all of these mechanisms that your friends don't care about. Your family's not interested in all of that. They're not interested in being put on the what is that, the fireplace, right? I say in the frying pan or in the toaster oven or something. They want to be left alone to their designs, to their karmas, their limits. They want to be left with their suffering. They have a right to it. We have to honor that. They're free to suffer, you know. And they're also free to recognize it when they're ready and maybe move beyond their suffering and be able to live from a higher or more open and gracious viewpoint. See, more kind viewpoint, more considerate, more compassionate relationship to others. As a wise person, a heart person, most importantly, heart first. See, we don't mean your emotions. See, we don't mean the human sort of, let's say, delusions about what the heart is and what it's supposed to have and what it's not supposed to have. No, we're not talking about that. We're talking about more outer body, see, spiritual intelligence. See, not all personal, but maybe something more impersonal along the way of the dharmic sense of why you're here, for awakenment and realization. Who's going to tell you that? Your friends? You got a cousin that's going to hip you to it? Got a good uncle? So you have to go to certain people who specialize in some cases. So that's what people do generally.